Hello, today's subject we are going to be talking about fractions, specifically dividing, multiplying, and adding fractions. We're going to be using the Windows Paint program. If you do not have Windows Paint, there's many free options available online. Ask your instructor if you have questions or need assistance with that. So first thing we want to do before you even start is to make sure you can save this as a JPEG. So we're going to click here, Save As. And then if you click down here, you can see JPEG is an option. Also, a good thing for you to do at this time is to select or create like a math homework file on your desktop so you know where to find it once you save it. And then once you had saved it, you would click Save. Another thing we want to do is go up here to this resize button. Click pixels. You want this to say 1280 by 720. Click here. Say OK. So you should be ready to go. So what we're going to do is, this is your pencil. Here's your eraser if you make a mistake. Here's your color options. Here's a way for you to size it, and here's a way for you to determine your brush size. So I'm going to start with this. So I'm going to do, first I'm going to set up 3/4 divided by 2/3. So when you divide fractions, it's the same thing as multiplying the reciprocal. And what I mean by that is that first fraction is going to be the same, but I'm going to multiply it by, instead of 2/3, it's going to be 3/2. So this is going to be, when you multiply fractions, you multiply straight across. So we have 3/3 as the numerator, 4 times. We have 3 times 3 as the numerator and 4 times 2 as the denominator. 3 times 3 is 9, and 4 times 2 is 8. Now here you can see we have 9/8, and 9 is bigger than 8. So this is called an improper fraction, and what we want to write this is as a mixed fraction. And a mixed fraction is a whole number, such as like 1, 2, 3, 4, and a fraction, which would be like 1/8, 3/8. So easiest way to do this is, how many times does 8 go into 9? Once. So your whole number is going to be 1. So 8 goes into 9 once. It means I can take 8 out of there. What I have left over is a 1. So I'm going to have 1 and 1/8. So let's look at that 3/4 and 2/3 again. And let's add them. Now when you add fractions, your denominator must be the same. Okay? So, easiest way to do this is, let's look at our denominators. We have a 4 and a 3. Okay, so I'm going to set up a little chart here. And the biggest number I have there is a 4, right? So I'm only going to need 4 spaces, no more than 4. So at the top I'm going to put 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, here we have a 4, and here we have a 3. So all I need to bring it out is the number of times of the other number. And what I mean by that is, here we have 4 and a 3. So I only need to go 3 spaces, 1, 2, 3. So I only need to multiply it out here. And here, this is a 3, and the other number's a 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm just going to multiply this. 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 3 is 12. Remember, I said I don't need to do this one. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 4 is 12. So what we want to do is take where they're the same number first. So right here we have a 12 and a 12. So we have 4 times 3 is 12, and 3 times 4 is 12. So I'm going to take my 3/4 times right here 3, and of course whatever I multiply the top by I have to multiply the bottom by, so I have 9/12. Now I have 2/3 times 4. Remember, whatever you multiply by the top, you multiply by the on the bottom. So we have 8/12. So I now have 9/12 plus 8/12 equals 17/12. And we're going to reduce this just like we did up here, because 17 is bigger than 12. So how many 12s is in 17? 1. And up I did 17 minus 12, I have 5 left over. So I have 1 and 5 12s. So now it's your turn to come up with showing an example exactly like we just did. So I want you to take 2. Don't forget to change your brush if you need to. So I'm going to take 2/3 plus 1/5, and I'm also going to do 2/3 divided by 1/5. So show your work on your paint program, and then of course make sure you save it as a JPEG.